V2 finale 4, the fourth
Hmm.
one. Uh, Man, I can't believe we've been at it for 4 seasons already.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day because it just seems like, I mean, it just goes like that.
Yeah. So we changed venues.
Hmm.
This year we went to Bayou Rifle Club, the
Hmm.
famous, or yeah, I'm gonna say
Infamous.
famous,
Infamous.
uh, Bayou Rifle Club. Uh, it is a tough range,
Very tough.
and a lot of good shooters hail from Bayou Rifle Club. So
Yeah.
uh, obviously the range is hot and humid. It is in Texas, and
Yeah.
in that time of year we had it. It's May, so uh, it was late
Yeah.
May, so it was kind of hot, but it was nonetheless very challenging. The range did not disappoint.
It did
Uh,
not. It did not. I
Extremely
think a lot of
challenging.
people, as they watch this video and as they watch all of our videos, big thing to notice if you've watched our videos for the last couple of years, Dead Zero was a dirt range for the most part. It was a dugout range, mostly dirt out to about 700 yards with a little bit of wet swampiness near the end. Bayou is completely different. 100% grass, ground level targets, lots of wetness, lots of moisture, a little differently tree lined. Totally different range. So anybody that was used to shooting the V squared at dead zero was in for a very big culture shock here at Bayou.
Well, yeah, and I think even the locals had a tough time. This is a tough range
Very
nonetheless.
tough.
So
Very
so
tough.
anyway, so here we go. Again, I'm going to thank our sponsors. Vitavori is our lead sponsor, and obviously without them we could not do this. So very thankful for them. Also, we have new sponsors. We have Seb Rest. As you know, Seb is the leading manufacturer of front rest and bipods in F class. Also, Brooks Barrels, which I oh, there you go. We both shoot, and not only us, they were the leading
Yeah.
barrel at Southwest Nationals. This is a very good barrel company. So Brooks Barrels. Um, Also, we have Precision Pay. Precision Pay is a Second Amendment friendly payment processor. I use it on my website. They are very good. They believe in the Second Amendment, and you guys know how this goes. Any website that sells or deals with anything that has to do with shooting or shooting related products are oftentimes faced with controversy, or even they get shut down because of their payment processor. So you don't have to worry about that with Precision Pay. And
And Precision Pay doesn't sell the data.
correct. So very, very, very good for the shooting community.
Yeah.
And like I said, I use them on my website. They're great. And also Board and Actions. You and I both use Board and Actions.
Yeah.
They are, again, one of the top actions in F class, one of the leading actions. They're always on the podium. So very good stuff. And we're so glad that they are giving back to the community and helping, allowing us to have this finale once again. So it's a good one. We
It
had
is.
it happens every year, right? We have amazing matches simply because we invite the top shooters in the nation.
Yeah.
So
It's a no slouch match. That's what I always tell people. Like
yeah,
there's no slouches.
yeah, because you have you have seeds, right? Like you get seeded number 1 or number 32. Whoever has the
Yeah.
most points is obviously number 1. Whoever has the least amount of points is the last one. The key word here is you have to have points. If you don't have points, you don't get invited. Period.
That is
Right?
true.
But having said that, that doesn't mean the number 1 has an advantage over number
Mhm.
32, because these are all really good shooters.
So this is first and foremost a pair fired match, meaning you are shooting next to somebody. You are on the clock, so there's a format to it. You take a shot. Your competitor that you're shooting with is going to call out your score. You're going to acknowledge that score, and then now that competitor is on a 45-second clock, and you work back and forth and back and forth. And it's really important to remember that because it is not a optional thing. Like you've got to call out the score, you have to acknowledge it, and you have to shoot in 45 seconds. And there are penalties for that. As match director, I was randomly timing people, and if they were found in violation, they could get a warning. If they were found in violation again, they could potentially lose a point. Match format is everything here. We want everybody to be shooting under the same conditions. And then the other thing to remember is that you're only competing against the person you're shooting with. So this is a knockout type match. It's you, the person, one target, and the conditions at that time. So it's a very different type of format with the knockout situation, but the pair firing then adds another complexity level. And I mean, it's crazy to watch. It's crazy to shoot. It is so much fun, and it's just awesome to see.
Yeah, so it's a double elimination bracket format. You lose twice, you're out. And the format is because you're on the same target with the same person and you're alternating shots. There is zero advantage as to range position, zero advantage as to target position. There's zero advantage on anything. And if you just happen to catch, let's say you're on the tough end of the range and your scores are pretty bad, it doesn't matter as long as you beat the person next to you. And guess what? Once the match is over, that score doesn't count for anything else. When you go to the next one, you guys are again even. So very fair format, very interesting. The beauty about it is once the matches are done, you know who won and who lost.
Yeah.
This is not an aggregate score.
Right. And then one other thing that I should point out, there were a couple other little rule changes this year. One was competitors could only bring and check in 2 rifles. So there was no, they couldn't bring like a whole rack of guns. And more importantly, because each match is consisting of up to 3 stages, they were only allowed to shoot whatever gun they started the match with through that entire match. So if they shot a stage and didn't feel like their gun was shooting well, in the past, they might have been able to switch that out. This year, you start with that gun, you got to ride it all the way through in that match. So again, adding yet another level of complexity to the match.
Yeah, so a match is best 2 out of 3. That's how you beat your opponent. On Friday, they are 15-shot matches, and Saturday and Sunday, they're 10-shot matches. So once you start your match, you have to start and finish with the same gun. You were allowed to check in 2 guns, and that's the only 2 you had for the whole weekend. So
that's it. Yeah.
In the past, you were allowed to, like you said, bring as many rifles as you could. You could borrow rifles. You could borrow ammo. It didn't matter. It was, however you did it didn't matter. But now the rules have changed, and this is how it is now. So better bring your good stuff. You run what you brung.
Yeah.
And good luck. That's all I can say. All right. So we got Tracy Harrold versus Bob Sebold. Tracy Harrold here. She is a force to be reckoned with in the F-list community. She is an excellent shooter. Obviously, she's here. And she has proven herself to be very tough to deal with.
Very tough. Very tough.
Sebold, on the other hand, is a win coach on Team USA, and he was the runner-up last year at the V2 finale. So, I mean, they both have their hands full with each other. And this is my point. There's no bad matches here. So, we're going to see this one and see how it goes because I don't know. I really don't know who has the advantage here because it's hard to tell. Anyway, you ready, John?
I'm ready. Let's get into it.
All right, man. Let's do it.
All right. God, it's such a beautiful range. Target 11. Now you'll notice somebody called out target 11, and that's just a reminder because crossfires happen even in open.
Yeah.
Target awareness is key. All right.
Thank you.
It looks like the flags down on the right are definitely supporting that left 4.
Yeah, if you look down there, the second and third flags, actually the last flag on the right side, it's standing out quite a bit.
Yeah.
So Tracy starts off with a 4 as a first sighter.
Yep. Something everybody needs to remember, these are convertible sighters. So it is to your advantage to, obviously, like Bob just did there, shoot a V right off the bat, because if he shoots a 5 or a V on the next one, he'll probably take both of those and he'll already be 2 shots ahead.
Correct. So Sebold here he's obviously hunting for a 5 or a V, which should not be that difficult since he already hit a V on his first shot.
Yeah.
Tracy's
correcting off that 4.
Yep. So she's going to take the 5, I assume.
I'll take it.
Yep.
I'll take cider too.
Are you surprised that she overcorrected a little bit?
No, I'm not. I think it was a safe thing to do. Now the flags have changed. Look at the left flag. It's quite a bit different now.
Ooh. 2 is a 5.
Thank you. Oh, snuck that one in.
Yeah, so she's Sebold's off to the races with 2 shots on target already. So he only has 13 to go.
That flag, you know, like you said, if you look at that front left flag, I mean, it's already gone from a right value to a left value in 1.5 shots.
Yeah.
Three on.
You know, that target, that 5 ring is 1 MOA at 1,000 yards. So even though it looks like the guns are a little loose, they're keeping it in the 1 MOA target.
Yeah,
and those conditions are not easy.
No.
Look at those flags on the right. Now they're going the other way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, that first and second flag are going left to right. The third and fourth are going right to left. And look at the ones on the left. The first one is kind of going to the right. The other 2 are going left. So you have to make a decision as to which way to hold so that you can hit that 1 MOA target.
Yeah, and that's why that 45-second rule is so critical, right? Like everybody's on the same playing field. You've got to make a decision. You can't just wait out a condition.
Correct.
Bob's definitely seems like he's in the groove there.
Yeah, Tracy's,
you know,
she keeps right clicking her scope. It's like she can't really find the center.
Yeah. Now, when you see that, do you typically say, "Well, that's probably more of a setup issue, maybe a rear bag, front bag, something like that that's settling in"? Or
4, 5 on.
Thank you.
Man, it's hard to say, but you know, I think she was so preoccupied with the scope and adjustments that she missed the wind a little bit. You know, and that's you. Yeah. When you are shooting these competitions, you cannot be distracted by anything.
Thank you.
Literally, a simple click of the scope can cause you to miss something so small. I mean, it doesn't take much. 1 mile an hour wind pushes you out.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's definitely getting out of position, in position, out of position. You see Bob. Bob's just locked in.
V, 6 on.
Thank you.
Oh, Sebold's the one that shot the 5.
Yes, Sebold.
I mean, the 4. My bad. I thought it was Tracy. No, Tracy. But Tracy can't find the V ring to save her own life. So it's okay. 5s at this point. If she can just shoot nothing but 5s, she'll win. Oh. I guess I'm that guy this year.
Hey, that's my job, Eric.
Now look at the flag on the left. You know, and they're going, and even the one on the right is starting to follow suit. So that shot right there was definitely because of those flags.
Yeah, and I think it's hard for people to understand that when you're looking at the flags, that's like you said, that's a lot of movement. A lot of people look at these flags and they go, "Oh, it doesn't really look that windy. You know, this is maybe barely a 10-mile-an-hour wind." But when you've got those angle changes, you've got those switches. I mean, it is deadly on target with that movement.
10 miles an hour, a great separator, as Wayne Campbell said on that interview.
Yeah.
So they're both down 1 point. However, Sebold has 3 Vs. That is huge here. That means he's essentially ahead. He's a point ahead. Well, wow. Wow. That's a big miss. Look at those flags on the right, though. See down there, those flags? Remember, they were going right to left. Now they're going left to right. So, you know, you wonder how much it takes. It doesn't take much. And look how far she missed that 5 ring.
V.
Yeah, Bob's back in it.
Yeah. He obviously worked off of her shot. See, oftentimes you kind of see what's going on. You see a change, and then your opponent slings it way out there, and you kind of get a confirmation that it's there. And
whoa.
Wow. All right, Tracy definitely overcorrected there. But look at the flags now. Yeah,
That's just how fast.
that's a major overcorrection.
Boy.
5.
I mean, at this point, Bob looks very in control, very in position, just going through the motions. And Tracy still seems like she's kind of trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, Sebold is definitely comfortable here. I mean, she's down 5 points, 6 points. What is she down? 2, 3, 4. 4 points. He's down 1.
Yeah.
I mean, he can miss 3 more 4s and still win because he has the V count.
Yeah.
So he's in
but
a very
again, everybody needs to.
Well, he's in a very comfortable spot right now.
Right. But again, this is a 3-stage match. So, even if he wins this, he can't go celebrating.
Correct. I mean, but I still would celebrate. Because now you're just halfway there, right? That means he only has to win 1 more match out of the next 2, where Tracy has to win the next 2.
Yeah. True. And again, it's not over yet, but it's looking like that's the setup here.
Well, if what I'm talking about is if you are in their position that they are right now, as they are shooting, Tracy's stressing out. Sebold is very comfortable simply because he's way ahead. He's obviously seeing it. Tracy, obviously, that 4 and the 3, again, another 4. It's like, God dang it. They're just frustrating because she knows she already lost. But at the same time, she's trying to put him in the center because she wants to see what's going on for the next match. And she just cannot seem to find the center. That is frustrating when you're laying there shooting.
Yeah, because at this point, she's hoping, well, can I just learn something that'll get me an edge on the next one?
Correct. And it seems like it's not, just about the time she seems to have found it, she shoots another 4.
And I mean, still messing with the scope. Did you see her come down again?
Yeah. I mean,
5.
Again, it's not a good place to be when the rifle doesn't seem to be behaving properly.
No. Another little minor thing to note between the 2 shooters, you'll notice Bob not using any kind of a spotting scope, just his rifle scope, very similar to how you shoot. Tracy, however, does have a spotting scope on her side. So 2 different styles of reading the conditions for sure.
Correct.
Well, that's the last shot for Bob.
Yeah. So Bob won. He's only down 1 point.
Yeah.
And Tracy's down. What is she down?
5.
Yeah, 6 points. So Sebold definitely wins that one.
Are we set to go?
Here we go. Second match.
Yeah.
Sebold
now they've had a little time to wait here. They took a little bit of a break, walked away.
Yeah, so the rule is they have an hour and a half to shoot the 3 stages of the match, and they decide when they go again. So typically shooters will agree to about a 10-minute break, let the barrels cool. And here we go. This is round 2. Sebold is obviously on the right. And the reason those you'll see the left and right on the bottom there is because they change depending on who won. So here we go. Now Sebold shot high.
Yeah.
Well, the guns have cooled down. Things change.
Yeah. We'll see what the flags do. We'll see if they kind of settle in a little bit. But even there, you see that left flag just bouncing around.
Now, if that front flag on the right there, if that was Bob's main indicator, it just got wrapped around the pole now. I mean, it's possible. It is possible that's what it was, and all of a sudden he can't use it anymore.
Oh man, I didn't even notice that. It's crazy.
Thank you.
Well, he's definitely
Bob's
taking
gonna
that.
take that.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like it can literally change from one match to the next, where the flags. You know, sometimes the flag that you were looking at, it was the tried and true flag for the whole match. You wait 10 minutes, all of a sudden that flag is lying to you, and you have to go hunt and find something different.
Yeah, and this is not a match where you have time to pivot like that.
Yeah, you can't learn on the job here. These matches are short and they're fast.
Boy, look at that left flag. Whoa.
Yeah, Sebold definitely taking his time here. It is a tricky range.
Crazy.
Oh.
Whoa.
There it is. That's why he was taking his time.
Ooh.
So now he just lost that first sider. The only way he can take them both, he has to take. So you can take the last one or both. Well, obviously he doesn't want that 4, so he's not going to take any of the ciders. Now Tracy, on the other hand,
second cider. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. He sure did.
Yeah.
So that 4 is for score now.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden Tracy's looking really good here.
Oh, whatever Tracy kind of figured out on her break, you know. I mean, you got 10 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of time to kind of walk through your shots, think about the flags, think about the mirage. What do you want to do different? She clearly came out gunning.
Sebold.
Thank you.
Look at Sebold now. Wow, he barely caught that one too. That was almost a 3.
Wow.
It almost seems like they switched roles.
They did, because if I look at Bob's head moving around, his hands on his gun. He wasn't doing that on the last stage.
Well, he's sitting there wondering what the heck's happening and what is he going to do on the next shot. In the meantime, Tracy just keeps banging 5s and Vs now. It's amazing how fast things change.
Man.
Oh, the first flag is unwrapped now.
Yeah.
And it's standing way out there.
I mean, I think we would expect something to the left at this point. So Bob's got to be putting a pretty good
Bob's
hold on
gonna
this thing.
Either he's gonna center up or go right. He's gonna be bold. If I know him. Yep.
There it is.
I know Bob. He's you know, he's a bold shooter, and there was no way he was gonna put it on the left anymore. See, that's the difference between kind of a newer shooter and an experienced shooter like Sebold. He shot 2 downwind. No way he was going to shoot another one. He would have been happier with a 4 upwind than than a 3rd one downwind.
I mean, the same thing you would have done, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's that's what, you know, that's why they call it missing on the pro side, because they're not afraid to, you know, it's still a 4, but at least now they learned something. And see, that's what he did, because he was bold about it. He actually found the center. He's like, there it is. So Sebold is either V's or 4s. There's no in between.
Those 4s though, 2 4s early on, that's a big obstacle in these matches. I mean, even with these conditions, especially the way Tracy was pummeling that V.
Yeah, she found a new gear. Keep in mind, this is the same gun. They're not allowed to change guns. So she did something in between matches. We don't know what it was, but it's working.
5.
Thank you.
Look at that front flag now. It's just dead now. And look at the one on the left.
Yeah. Kind of sputtering around.
So they're probably going to start trending to the right now. No, she's centered up. She's on it.
And that's like in pair firing. I mean, you have to admit, when somebody shoots a center line shot, like that's the worst, right? Because they're not giving you any information on what's going on out there.
Correct.
You almost hope that they're going to leak something, because at least you know, okay, I need to give it a little more, a little less, whatever it is. But man, when somebody's centered up in these matches, it just makes your life infinitely harder if you're trying to ride off of whatever they're doing. So,
man, Tracy is on 6 V's already. 6 out of the last 8 shots have been V's. Uh-oh.
4.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sebold keeps missing that condition.
yeah. Now, if Tracy can just keep flying through here, I mean, she's kind of in that same driver's seat, like you said, they switch places. She just needs to kind of relax, and I mean, not that she wants to, but she can give up 3 4s and still have him on the beats.
Yeah, same thing we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Now she is she's the peaceful one now. She's the one with no stress. And Sebold's sitting there going, what the heck, man? I had this figured out last 10 minutes ago, and all of a sudden I can't find the center. And we're going to be tied in about 5 more shots. We're going to be tied. And we're going to go into the last match. And she's obviously seeing it all, and I'm not seeing it. So Sebold's sitting there going, man, what the heck is going on here?
4.
Oh.
She
Tracy
missed that
printed one
too.
right on top.
Yeah. Well, that's a good confirmation for Sebold.
Yeah.
5.
Thank you.
Letting off a little bit.
No, he moved, and it wasn't enough. There it is.
D.
Thank you.
It's so crazy. You watch this range, and those flags are just all over the
Thank you.
place.
Yeah, Sebold's still overhanging on the right side. Now, Tracy, look how fast she's shooting. She's on it.
Hey.
She's seeing it. Man, that left flag, it's very active.
Yeah. And now look at the right
yeah,
flag.
See? Yeah, like I said, the left one here is the one that I'm looking at, and there it is. I told you it was very active, and there he went to the right. Yeah, I suspect that she'd go left. Look at that flag now. It kind of aiming towards the trees now and kind of dead. So now they're going to start trending left if they don't catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sebold sees it. All right, there's the flag back. He goes back again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
People don't realize how stressful it is to be shooting these matches. It is
Yeah.
extremely stressful. Because just when you think you have it figured out, the flag will move on you.
Yeah. And it's hard, like you and I have shot this for, since I didn't shoot it this year, but I mean the last couple of years. And like when your competitor sees it and that's the only person you have to worry about, it's a very daunting feeling to know that somebody sees what's out there and you might be just a little behind on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks
Look
like
at those trees.
Yeah, looks like Tracy's about to be home free here. I mean, she'd have to shoot like a 2.
You see those trees picking up on the left?
Yeah. Oh, Sebold just barely caught that.
Yeah, he's going to need a huge mistake here to get to have any chance of an open door.
Yeah, I mean, she'd have to miss the target. Seriously, that'd be 5
There you
points.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't
Yeah.
think I need to waste.
Yeah, he didn't even want to shoot the last shot. He knew where he was at.
Bob, are you conceding? Yeah. All right.
All right. So Bob didn't even shoot the last shot. Okay, on to the third match. This is the decider. Whoever
All tied
wins
up.
here moves on. Whoever loses goes to the loser bracket. And Tracy's off to a running start with a 5.
And I mean, neither shooter is a slouch. I mean, these are 2 top level competitors, and one of them's going to be a down a match already. Like that's how tough these matches are.
Yeah.
Connor, 1 to
People you'll always hear people say, "Oh, who did I seed with? Who did I get seeded with?" It doesn't matter. It's the 32 best shooters.
Yeah. You're gonna get whoever you seated against. You better bring your A game.
Yeah, it's a buckle up, get ready for the ride kind of match. Those flags, they're kicking out there now.
Oh yeah, Tracy's
32
she's
to 5.
definitely taking those.
You're taking
Yeah,
those on
these
the
kinds of
corner.
conditions, I can't imagine not taking a 5 right now.
Yeah.
There's occasional times where you're going to play a little gamesmanship and only take a V, but this ain't that time.
Yeah, if it was dead calm, I can see where like I don't want 5s, but the way they've been shooting and they already know that there's 3s to be found out there. So
Yeah, for sure.
and 4s for sure. So definitely taking the 5s. Now Sebold
there's some
definitely
very
wants at
friendly
least
4s.
a 5 here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
now he just
dropped
wasted
out
that
the
V.
bottom.
He just wasted that V that he had up there. Is he gonna click?
Yeah, that's what I'm watching for.
I expect him to
I
click.
don't want either one of those.
Yeah, I don't want him either.
I think I can. Right?
Yeah, if he doesn't do anything, he will not get him. The system knows
so-
automatically not to assign
5, 1 on.
a 4.
Yeah. And that's something else that we didn't talk about is this is the newest shot marker pair firing software, and it was amazing.
Yeah. It's very smart software. As you can see, the competitor names are in the system. It keeps track of all the scores. It saves all the targets. It saves all the stats. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we didn't touch a single piece of paper all week.
Oh man, see, well, it's a big shot for him.
Come
All
on,
right,
Bob.
He caught it.
Thank you.
That's got to feel good.
Now, I don't know that I don't want to say it's an advantage. That's the wrong word, but the only thing that Bob has to possibly gain out of being behind on his siders is that at the end he'll get to string fire the last 2, and once in a while you see that become an advantage. And I've also seen that really hurt a shooter too because they rush through it.
Well,
So it's always interesting.
I don't think string fired is necessarily the correct word here because you literally cannot string
can't
fire.
string fire.
You have to shoot.
Right.
The shooter has to acknowledge your shot, and then you shoot again. You don't get to just rattle them off. Now, there's also a 3-second delay on the target.
Yeah.
But anyway, all that to say that I don't know that there's an advantage. Anyway,
Yeah. We've definitely seen it go both ways over the years.
Yeah. In the meantime, Tracy shot a 4,
5.
and she can't find a V to save her life. And Sebold, I mean, he's clean with a V, right? So let's see if he can continue that trend. Oh, he caught
Thank
it.
you.
Out of 5. It is very interesting, though, to watch through all these stages how many times Tracy makes an adjustment on her scope.
Yeah. In the
4.
meantime, she just shot another 4. It's amazing. She was in total control last match, and now
Man.
she I mean, shot windshield wiper force. And Sebold, all of a sudden, he just can't leave the center. What a turn of events. They just seem to be going back and forth as to who has the handle on the conditions. Look at that.
Whoa.
4.
My goodness.
Oh, man.
God, she's got to be sick to her stomach right now. She was shooting so good. I mean, this is 10 minutes later.
Look at those flags. I mean, they're pushing.
5.
Thank you.
So he definitely took a strong call on that one. And now if she's not careful, those flags look like they want to move. They're starting to turn a little bit. Look at that left flag suddenly coming around. And you look at how fast those flags change. If she had been looking up and saw the flag going straight down range, by the time she puts her head on the scope, it was back to a left flag. You know, that's how fast it can change. And if you miss that or you're not paying attention, it's that's an easy 4 when that happens. But she did a good job on that one.
Yeah. Sebold, he's just having a hard time pulling the trigger. Look at him. Just look at those flags. They're obviously changing. He, you know, every shot is different. Yeah. He's seeing it. He's definitely seeing it.
Man.
Tracy's down 3 points with no V's whatsoever. So technically she's down 4 points because she needs to beat him. You know, she needs 4 points. Sebold would have to drop 4 points for her to win.
She's just barely catching those shots sometimes. Bob's got a perfect alternating 5V pattern going. Let's see if he keeps it going.
So this should be a 5 to continue.
This should be
pattern.
A 5, yeah. Oh,
John, what did you do? You back to your old self.
Oh, the commentator first.
Yeah, see
Bob.
See those flags? They're going left to right now.
Yep.
Now, what is she going to do? Is she going to center up or go upwind? I expect her to go. She's probably going to catch a downwind 5 or a 4. Unless she's really bold. She keeps looking at it. Now, if she's waited long enough, if it died now, she might shoot a big fat 4 upwind because the flags died down.
Where's it gonna go?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, another thing about Tracy, notice how she jumps off the gun. The minute the gun goes off, she's jumping up.
Yep.
That is very dangerous in the sense of you can influence the gun possibly. I mean, I'm not saying she is, but it's possible. You know, because you're so stressed out at this point, you know. And she has a long time before she has to shoot again. But she seems to be in a hurry. And that's what happens when things are not going your way. Things just start to look different. Just stress does things to you.
Yeah.
In the meantime, look how calm Sebold is. He just stays on the gun.
Even though he just shot 3 4s in a row.
Oh, yeah. He's talk about stress. It's about to start creeping up on him.
Five.
I mean, it's down to a 1-point game at this point. Like Tracy, you know, for the first 6 or 7 shots, Tracy had to have been thinking, you know, damn, I just let this thing get away from me. But that's how fast this can change. Tracy's back in it with, you know, 2 shots now. She can win this.
Yeah.
She just needs a little help.
Yeah. And Sebold's the only one that can help her. Well, she just needs to stay clean. She needs to stay clean.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is, you and I talk about this all the time in matches.
She just shot another 4.
That hurts. But
now she's just laughing, going, all right, well, I just threw it away. I bet you that's what she's thinking. And I can see why she would be thinking that. In the meantime, Sebold's back in.
She just needs to put 2 5s or V's on the board, and then it's all up to Bob.
Yeah. But, you know, Sebold seems to have found it again.
It's just crazy.
Man, your commentator curse really hurts this year, Sebold. John. You used to give him 1-4. You gave Sebold 4. I mean, 3 of them in a row.
Oh, man. Well, let's see. I bet you Tracy just hammers a V here.
Man, if she does, then she's going to hunt you down. There it
is. All right. Well, I'm sure Bob's going to put another V in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, the conditions seem to have settled down. Uh-oh.
Oh.
He overcorrected.
I'm back.
He overcorrected.
Oh,
he overcorrected.
Man, I thought for sure.
He did something. What did he do? I'm looking at the flags, and I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, those flags have flipped.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did. Look at her.
Look at 2 V's all out.
All right, where are we at on the score? She's down 5
Last
points.
shot to beat.
Sebold's on 4, but he's got the
4.
V count. So he'd have to
Yeah.
he'd have to drop 2 4s to lose.
Yeah.
And he's got 3 shots to go.
And it's all under his control. He doesn't get to see any other shots from her. I mean, he's got to make three calculated calls here.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have to wait as long.
True.
He's already chambered another one. All right. Now he's shooting fast. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Now he needs a 5 to win. A 4 he loses. Oh my God.
Oh!
He lost.
Did you let me win?
Do you think I would do that?
I hope not.
Absolutely not. I suck that bad.
Wow. Can you believe that?
That's, I mean, look, first and foremost, and you talk about this all the time, this is a mental game. Tracy kept her head in. She knew she might have been down. She kept plugging away. All she could do was shoot for herself, and it happened to work out. And had she not been in it mentally, then there would have been no chance for her to win that.
Who would have thought? I mean, he was essentially string firing. Not really string firing because he has to wait for Tracy to acknowledge the shot, but still,
Yeah.
there were shots, and he didn't have to wait for her. You know, it's definitely an advantage. I never expected him to shoot those 2 4s at the end. Never.
No, man.
You know who else did not expect that to happen? Sebold and Tracy.
Yeah, there was, if you look at the end of that video, there was like a second of shock, right? Like,
Well, Tracy even asked him, "Did you let me win?"
yeah,
And Sebold goes, "No, I suck that bad. I would never do that." And yeah, Sebold would never let you win.
No.
And that's obviously how you want it to be, right?
Yeah.
To know that your opponent would never let you win. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for Sebold for that. And Tracy won. That's
just
all
the
there
way
is
it
to it.
goes.
Yep, that's all there is to it. So now we move on. Tracy goes on stays on the winning bracket, and
Yeah.
Sebold goes to the loser bracket, and
He's fighting for his life now.
they both get to fight another day, except for Sebold is wounded and Tracy is full of energy.
Yeah, that was a great way to start off this whole thing, because I think it just shows how hard, fast, and crazy these matches are. I mean, that there was no
Yeah.
advantage to either shooter during that. It was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I mean,
Yeah, it's incredible. All right, man. Thank you
All right.
again
All right.
for doing this, and we'll see you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't, and the sponsors, if you guys give them a shout next time you see them, maybe have contact with them. Make sure you thank them for helping make this thing possible, the V2
Yeah,
finale.
and don't forget, get out and shoot, get some points, and you might be in one of these videos next time.